wonderful people from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for joining us here in Singapore. A big Singapore welcome to all of you. We're very excited to have you here with us. Now, just to kick off, I'm going to direct our first question at our esteemed director over here. Now, Marc, I think it's fair to say that from all the footage that we've seen thus far, that we've been allowed to see, I think everyone is expecting The Amazing Spider-Man 2 to be the biggest, the boldest, possibly the best Spider-Man ever. No pressure. No pressure. So what new and exciting things can we expect from this movie?
Well, those of you who are fans of Spider-Man, which I think there are a few of you out there, those of you who are true fans understand and know that this is going to be the, for very specific reasons, which I will deny you at the moment, this is going to be the movie that you will be very excited and you've been anticipating for years. It is really big, it's really massive. We have, of course, Jamie Foxx, who plays Electro, which is one of the most cinematic films ever to come out of the Spider-Man canon. And it will be of course, outside of all that spectacle, there's a really wonderful, lovely romance between Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, which becomes the engine of the movie. See that chemistry at work.
Oh shit, probably should
What was that? That was a little energy going on.
Very creepy energy.
So there, it's gonna be amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, you tease!
Yeah.
You're not going to give away any little spoilers at all?
No, I don't want to spoil it.
A couple of
You
little things
tease.
Yeah,
You're such a tease.
Yeah. Well, let's see if members of the press are able to tease any more nuggets out of you lovely folk out there. We're going to throw it open to the press, like I kind of warned you guys earlier on. Let's keep this civilized, please. Put up your hands if you have a question, and we'll try to get through the questioning. One question each, please. Yes, member over there. Yes, in the pink top. Very good. Could you stand up, please, and tell us who you are, what your name is, and what country you're filing for? Very good. There we go.
Hi, I'm Wai from Street Times Life, Singapore. My question
Street life. Cause I know where I can go. Street life.
You didn't know it was beautiful, did you? Huh?
Okay, I did not expect that, but my question is actually for Jamie Foxx. You said in an interview before that your daughter was rooting for Spider-Man and not your character. Does that still stand now?
Well, she doesn't want to get kicked out of the house. But, it was very interesting. To be honest with you, my daughter was throwing her birthday party. She was throwing a Spider-Man themed birthday party. We get the call that I'm going to be playing Electro in the movie. And so we took her to, the place where we get all of the makeup and everything done. And she didn't know what we were going there for. I didn't tell her what was going on. And I finally told her that I was going to be in Spider-Man. And she said, what you going to do in Spider-Man? You can't be Spider-Man. And I said, no, I'm playing the villain. And she said, oh, Spider-Man's going to kick your butt. And I was like, yeah. But she was able to come on the set. These guys were so nice. And I think that's what makes this movie and this franchise so appealing, is that the fact that a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, or a 50 or a 70 or 80-year-old person can still be a part of this big, superhero dream. And while she was on the set, They let her put on her Spider-Man outfit as well, and it was just beautiful. So you know, she's smart enough to know.
She gave some notes.
Yeah, but she's smart enough to know that Spider-Man is gonna win, but she still loves her daddy.
Jamie Foxx, ladies and gentlemen. Good answer. Very nice. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Yes, gentleman in the front row over there. Yes, very good.
Hi, I'm Robin Steinberg from the Natural Base Toys here in Singapore. And my question is for Andrew Garfield, and that is, what's your biggest mistake you've ever made as Spider-Man?
Taking the part. I'm so happy to be Spider-Man. You know, the great thing about Spider-Man and about Peter Parker is that he's the most human of the superheroes. So he's eternally, universally relatable. He fumbles and stumbles through life just like I do, just like, you know, everyone on this panel, maybe not Jamie. But we're all stumbling, right? We're all trying to figure out this mystery that we call life, and Peter Parker is no different. So I relate infinitely, and always have, to that struggle. And that's why Spider-Man has always meant so much to me, because he gave me courage as a stumbling, struggling teenager. He gave me hope for my life. He gave me inner strength. I felt protected because of him. So he's always meant the world to me, and I can't believe I get to play him now. I'm getting a bit old. We gotta churn these movies out a little quicker, because I don't want to be a 58-year-old Spider-Man. But right now I'm relishing every single second of it, and especially being able to bring it to somewhere like Singapore. It's a border crossing. This character just crosses borders everywhere it goes. Everyone adores this character. So to be able to represent this symbol and bring it to you guys is a deep honor for us.
Excellent stuff. Any other questions? Yes, sir. In the front row, and then in the white jacket.
Hi, Andrew, TV Azteca Mexico, Esteban Macias.
We spoke earlier.
Yeah. You were just saying earlier that your first Halloween costume was a Spider-Man one in a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So, how different are the dreams from that 3-year-old to the dreams you have nowadays?
It's pretty much the same. I still am that 3-year-old boy. My body is slightly bigger, and the suit is slightly tighter. But my mother made my first Spider-Man costume when I was 3 years old. It was my first Halloween costume. She handmade it. She's a genius, man. She makes cake. I'll go into my mother some other time. But she's an amazing craftsperson. And there's a picture, I think, somewhere online with my brother in the Superman costume and me in the Spider-Man costume, and I just look very confused. I think I'm just like, I couldn't figure out what the web thing was. I knew I had to do something, but I think it was that. It was wrong. But I feel I'm the same little boy as I've ever been, and I'm filled with glee. It's a very nice moment. Yeah.
Oh. You don't blame my mom for not being a fan of yours. My mom is a big fan of yours, Andrew, so watch out. She's lurking around somewhere.
She's here?
Yeah, she is. Watch out. Crazy woman. Maybe I know. Right. And, yes, sir, no, 1, 2, then the third row over there. Yes, that's right. Very good. Over there. There you go. Very nice. Pass along. Nice and friendly. Very good. Just stand up, sir, please. Thank you so much.
My name is Gajendra. I'm from India. Actually, my question is for Marc, but I would like that each one of you may answer in your capacity. That I'm from the very interior part of India, from Rajasthan, and I grew up watching all the Hollywood movies, and then I became a film journalist myself. So what I would like to ask is that every film make us take good decisions or take right decisions. That's what the movie is all about for me. So in first part, you were forgiving to all, even your enemies. So when I see the trailer of the second movie, I see violence all in all. I would like to ask that other than this, what I am going to see as a good virtue means, what can I
One of the things, it's a really important question. One of the things that's very special about Spider-Man that I think is different than a lot of superheroes. There is a lot of fighting, there's a lot of violence, and that's part of what happens in these movies. But one of the special things about Spider-Man is he's a rescuer. He saves people. You know, that's what the webs are for. They create nets so that people can be saved, and that doesn't always require violence. And there's things about Spider-Man that I think are really special. He also empathizes, what you were saying, he empathizes with his enemies. And he tries to appeal to the better part of their nature. And I think that's a really important part of that character that I think is we try to incubate and foster in these movies.
If I could add to that, Spider-Man was one of my main heroes growing up, and Mahatma Gandhi was another one of my main heroes growing up, and still is. Beautifully symbolic human being, and I like the idea of Spider-Man being a pacifist. I really like the idea of him never throwing a punch, him never throwing a kick, and using his enemies' weaknesses against themselves. Like Charlie Chaplin might, or like Buster Keaton might, or how Bugs Bunny might. I really like the idea of this skinny little kid dodging and weaving and kind of ducking and diving and letting these big bad guys just beat the crap out of themselves. I think that's a very powerful message and motif for Spider-Man.
Any others on the panel like to add to that, please? Emma?
What was that?
Is there anything you'd like to add to
Where
that?
are we?
Jet lag, hello.
I mean, yeah, no, I think those are beautiful responses. Spider-Man's an incredibly important character for the reasons that they just described, and his empathy is what I relate to most in him, and what drew me to him. And I think we can all learn a lot from the character.
Excellent, thank you. Excellent question, excellent answer. Thank you so much. Yes, you're a doppelganger over there. Yes, Spider-Man wannabe over there. Yes.
Yes, hi. Ryan here from Malaysia. Good to meet you guys. My question's for Emma Stone, if I can. Emma, you obviously played the character of Gwen Stacy. According to comic books, she majored in biochemistry. So my question is this: in biochemistry, what is an activated complex?
Why are you doing this? What did I ever do to you? Why? Can you repeat the question? Can you use it in a sentence? What is the root etymology of the word?
In biochemistry,
yes.
What is an activated complex?
Sure, that's a great question. Sure. Yep. So I know the answer in my mind. Do you know the answer though? I'm gonna do your homework for you. Look it up.
The answer I was looking for was actually.
Thank you. What? What's that? What?
Oh, the answer I was looking for was actually the highest free energy state of a complex in going from reactions to products. But give her a round of applause. Emma Stone, everyone.
You probably have to watch the film to get the answer to that question, right? Yeah,
we talk about that at length in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Right, shooting right across over there, back little lovely lady over there, back there we go.
Hello, my name is Liliana and I'm from Miami.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like. 305, welcome to Miami.
You actually, JB, you did that in an interview of White House Down. You actually did that to me. You said the same thing.
I did do that?
So this is your second
did we
date.
hook up later? No. What happened now?
So my question, I think it's for all of you but Jamie. Since you guys were already on the first Spider-Man and it was kind of like the same crew, same cast, now coming into the second movie with very high expectations, what was the biggest challenge of putting together this new movie? And I think also of bringing in a new member when everybody kind of like knew each other on the set.
You're trying to find out new ways to test your hero, new ways to test Spider-Man, and that's always difficult. But it was interesting because Spider-Man had evolved in a different way. He's very good at being Spider-Man at the beginning of the movie. You need to come up with villains that are in situations that are challenging, not just physically, but emotionally as well. And there was this really extraordinary opportunity when you get to work with actors that are of this caliber with Emma and Andrew and Jamie, that they have such enormous dimension. They can do comedy, they can do physical stuff, they can do drama, and to find situations that will exploit all those moments and all those abilities. That was I think a really difficult but fun and challenging task.
Thank you very much. Actually, just to follow on from that, could I just ask Matt and Avi, just as a follow on from that question, as producers of this film, did you feel you had to up the stakes? You had to just add more? Or what kind of challenges were presented to you in putting this sequel together?
Yes, I mean, definitely. We wanted to up the stakes. We wanted more. We wanted to do, you always want to do better and better and better, and you want to give the audience something even more to love. But I also think that, the last movie, a lot of the last movie was about Peter Parker coming to terms with what it meant to be Spider-Man, and the sort of the evolution of that character. And this movie was about being Spider-Man. And so there was a different emphasis in the movie. And part of being Spider-Man is facing some really scary adversaries out there. And also some personal. And I think we felt all along that we just wanted to raise the stakes. We wanted the stakes to be higher for him physically, but also when things get scary out in the world, the stakes are raised for you at home and with the people that you love. One of the things about bringing Jamie Foxx into the mix, just following up on what Marc was saying, in Max Dillon and Electro, you have this incredible range of someone who is initially so sympathetic and sort of heartbreaking and vulnerable, and then at the end of the movie, somebody who literally can blow up the world. A really tall order for an actor, and Jamie Foxx so embodies that, as I think everybody knows. So, that was just one of the first ways in which we wanted to sort of turn up the heat for the audience. See if you can add to that.
I think the biggest challenge was the snow, the rain, and the ice. Everything else was too easy. Look at this talent pool here. It was really a lot of fun. Everybody got along beautifully. Everybody respect each other's talent. I think our director is like a great conductor, kind of put it together. And I hate to say it, it was a real joy movie to make. Everybody felt good about what they were doing. There was a lot of confidence. It's a team in the second season, if you will, and everything worked. And again, to add to, everybody here, look at them. Come on. They're nice, friendly people that love Spider-Man. Andrew's brother is a traitor, but we wouldn't talk about that. Superman's costume. It was a little hard to take. And what can I tell you? When you have Emma on the set, at the worst moment, at the worst moment, you look at her and you say, it's not that bad. It's at 4 o'clock in the morning, too. So, no, it's true. Andrew on the other hand. But really, it's true, every so often. And these size movies are pain in the neck. Because you think, you want to tell so much, and there's so much time what can use, so choices are tough, and that's his headache. Our great director here, it's awesome. And it's hard.
No headache at all, thanks to you and Matt. It was really lovely. You guys were amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Matt Novice.
Thank you, guys. They love each other. They produce great work. We love you back. Okay, so throwing it back to you guys. Miss on the second row. Up there with the glasses. There you go. Yes. All right.
Hi, sorry, I'm Tina from Singapore. Can I direct you on what the producers have asked? Is that for Andrew and Ima, are you more comfortable in the second, playing the same character for the second time? Which I think it may be a first for both of you as well as for director to direct the movie again. Are you now more comfortable?
I'll go first. It was so much fun. Like the first time we had to get through the origin story, which was tough. And it was, the scale of it was massive. This time we all knew each other, we had a blast. It was really great. That's all I gotta say.
It was great. It was really, really fun. And it's really nice because it's it's a big universe, it's a big story, and it's a big legacy, so you kind of go, well, how do you honor this legacy? When you first jump into it, you go, there's too much pressure. I kind of like, I had to hold myself up. But then when you go again, you have a little bit more confidence, and you feel like, well, we're here. I've been given the job for a reason. You may as well pour all of yourself into it and trust that you're here for a reason and give everything you have to it. So that it was really, really fun for all those reasons.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Emma Stone, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I'm gonna throw it just for the hell of it. Just throw it to the lady back there. Wave. There you go. Yes, lady over there. The microphone coming your way very soon.
Who, me? I'm the lady.
There you go. Very nice. Yes.
Hi, I'm Yiming from Reuters. My question is for Jamie Foxx. So, Michael, for reasons they may or may not be fair, Michael Jordan received quite a bit of criticism for playing a white character in the Fantastic Four. Did you have any reservations taking this role?
You said Michael Jordan did what?
The role of Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four.
Oh man, I thought you were talking about Michael Jordan from the Bulls.
Sorry.
When did Michael Jordan play a white dude? We're actors, we play characters, and sometimes it's the right time to play them. Meaning that you don't really, at a certain point, you stop thinking about your color and you just start thinking about the craft and what you can bring to it. And if we constantly think about race and things like that, a lot of people won't get a chance to do their thing. I think it was just natural. It was sort of literally for me, the way it came about was there was a guy by the name of Quentin Tarantino who did this fantastic movie, who did Django, and then after that it just sort of, I give credit to him for sort of heightening, because I said that he turns actors into legends, and then what happens is that the heat was right. It was the right thing to do, and so we didn't really think about that. We just hit the ground running, and for all of those people that sit up and think about, the race thing when it comes to the artists, it's really, that those things are sort of like outdated. Ain't nobody tripping on that right now. When you listen to hip hop or you listen to music or whatever like that, or the people in this room, is diversity. It can be somebody, like he said one time, anybody could be in a suit, it could be black, white, it could be Houston, it could be Singapore, it could be Compton, it could be whatever. So we just want to rock and give you the best Spider-Man that you could have. And when I got on that set, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be the type of villain that was going to be feared. And there was even a point where I said, "Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came Electro and wiped the spider out." That's all I
Role I'm playing is Martin Luther King Jr. So if anyone has any criticism of that, just come and talk to me afterwards, and Jamie will be there by my side.
All right, I know you guys have loads more questions, but there's one more special person that I'd like to introduce on stage right now. Now, as you know, and as a very wise man once said, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes, and as many of you may know, Spider-Man is the superhero ambassador of Earth Hour. That's right, Earth Hour, which over the years has grown from a lights out event to the world's largest grassroots movement for the environment. So, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the CEO and co-founder of Earth Hour Global. Please give it up for Mr. Andy Ridley! Big welcome to you, Andy. You are a hero. Isn't he a hero? He's a hero. But tell me, Andy, can you tell me what makes Spider-Man the perfect superhero to help save the planet?
Oh, good question. Firstly, thank you so much for coming to Singapore, home of Earth Hour. Good to have you. Look, we were looking for something really special for Earth Hour 2014. Every year it has grown, and it's more than 7,000 cities now. But this year we're trying to do something special. It's all about not just the hour and an hour of inspiration, but also going beyond the hour. And we thought we needed a superhero. And for us, Spider-Man's quite unique. He's an everyman, and he has similarities with Earth Hour. He's about hope, and he's about action. And so, yeah, that was our pick, and we got lucky, and we got him by our side. So we're very happy about that.
Oh yes. Now Saturday, this Saturday on the 29th of March at 8:30 p.m. Singapore time is going to be like a special time for Earth Hour. Now, how many cities and countries are you expecting to be participating?
Well, it's been a crazy week. We smashed a few records. Today we went to 157 countries. It was 154 last year, and we're pretty sure we're going to go well over 160, and that's 7,000 cities, and every continent, even Antarctica, has Earth Hour going on in some way. So pretty phenomenal, and Spidey's been a big part of that this year. But more than that, the most important thing for us, as sort of saying, is this year we launched a project called Earth Hour Blue. And when we started Earth Hour, the reason behind it was really that we sensed that people, as individuals, feel relatively powerless in terms of what they can do. And we wanted to create a collective, hundreds of millions of people acting together to try and achieve really big change. And that is great power, in reference to Spidey, and there's responsibility that comes with it. So that's what we're doing this year, and it's about taking action, it's about the things you can do, and all the amazing cast of Amazing Spider-Man 2 projects they're getting behind, that you can get behind on earthhour.org, and Marc has as well. And even the film, its carbon footprint is offset with an Earth Hour project. So I think it's the greenest film in Sony's history, and we're proud to be a big part of that.
That is fantastic. So, for us mere mortals who are not superheroes, what can we do to participate?
See, our view is that everybody can be a superhero. And in fact, when we look at all the people that take part in Earth Hour, there are everyday superheroes everywhere. So our big thing is you can use your power, and you can imagine what hundreds of millions of people can do. So I don't know, I think probably everyone in this room has in some way been affected by the extraordinary stuff that's happening to our planet, whether it's typhoons in the Philippines or droughts in California or the haze here in Singapore. So I think we're all starting to feel what's happening. So my request, I guess the big part of Earth Hour is get involved, be part of it, and you can take action on earthhour.org. You can help us protect the Great Barrier Reef using your voice. You can drop $1 in there and help a project in Nepal like these guys are. But there's so much you can do. So I think the big theme for us with Spider-Man is use your power, and I think it would be amazing what we can do together.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to take one question for Mr. Ridley. Question for Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley. Yes, I'm watching you.
Hello. I I'm Joyce Ramirez. I'm from the Philippines, and it's not really a question but a request. Since you mentioned the Philippines, I have a 4-year-old girl fan here who died to have a photo with the cast. And in doing so, we guarantee you 25 million ticket sales from the Philippines. Can we get a photo for this girl, please?
And you switch off all your lights for an hour on okay, right? That's the link there.
Can I answer that question?
Yes, of course.
The one thing I didn't say, which I should have said, which is partly an answer to that question, is that on Saturday night, there is a massive event being led by WF Singapore down at the Float, which is free, which these guys are all going to come to, and our friend Spider-Man. So please do come to that and be part of that hour. I should have said that at the beginning, but that's really good. As for the photograph with the cast, I have no idea. Oh, here it is.
We're being invaded by a little girl. Oh, you can't say no, guys. You can't say no. She's coming to me. What the heck's going on? Oh, look at that. Now, don't start queuing up, okay, you guys? This is just a one-off.
I'm 4 years old. Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm 3.5 younger.
A round of applause, please. And on that beautiful, gorgeous, warm and fuzzy note, I am called to say that we've come to the end of our press conference right now. Thank you so very much to the wonderful people from the cast and crew and team of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Mr. Marc Webb, Mr. Jamie Foxx, Mr. Andrew Garfield, Mr. Emma Stone, Mr. Avi Arad, and Mr. Ted Tomac.